against the tree over there?
They're all pushing backwards. You know what I mean?
Try this clump
There
up
we
here by
go.
Buddy.
There we go. That's a good spot. Oh. Need to get neutral from the water, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Can't wait to see frogs spawn in here. Maybe we'll do some tadpole hunting.
Oh, that would be fun. So
Too
go
bad
stop whining.
It's too bad there's no real mud bank. Look, Mom. Look.
Oh. Is that a moth or a not a butterfly, not this
Sure,
early.
it's a butterfly.
That would be weird, wouldn't it? A butterfly this early?
I didn't see any thick body of a moth. That was magical.
Yeah, it was.
I wish I used the bathroom in Walmart, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, Obama, we're in nature now. Do what you gotta do.
Like, tell my dog to shut the fuck up? You gonna throw it in?
And then she's gonna run.
She can't, she's tied up.
Mm.
Oh, you're giving it to her? Toss it over there. You're like 15 pounds of
There's a lot of prints over on that little bank right there.
I'm pretty sure they're all raccoons from what
Really?
I saw last time. Yeah, because they got little hand paws.
I just saw a fish jump, or did you throw something?
I didn't throw nothing.
Maybe it wasn't a fish jump.
It might be warm enough that the frogs
We
come
now
out.
know there's fish in this water. Hello, welcome in. I can't quite read your name because I got my phone set up so you can just, not get dizzy with me walking around with it.
And maybe we don't feel like it, huh?
Yeah, we don't feel like carrying the phone right now.
Mom, when you're ready, pound cake is ready.
Cool, pound cake is ready. Did you hear that, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. We got you by the water. Today's the 4th?
Yep.
9 years ago, I first set eyes on Colorado. Did not realize what a high desert plain Colorado really is. On the eastern side, pretty much. Eastern meaning eastern side of the big mountains, Rocky Mountains.
Not Colorado fucking Springs.
Elver Billy, hey, I can read that one. Welcome in.
What up, dog?
How are you? I gotta pick my phone up for that, guys. We're here at Tempest Creek. I was accused of being a bad mom because I let my kids swim in water that's not clear, because when you're privileged, you think all water's clear.
I can feel my skin tanning, Mom.
I know, the sun is so hot right now.
Look, I'm gonna flip to the raw side.
Look, this is our cool spot to sit next to the river. Look, she's oming it.
I'm trying to tan the other side.
And it's beautiful here. I'll give you a little shot if you've never been here before. Just walk carefully. I'm the type that'll fall. And we've seen like at least a 2.5 foot long fish. Could be a giant trout. I'm not quite sure.
It's a big fish and it's red too.
red.
There,
Wow. Albert Billy said it's knee-deep snow and sunny.
where is he at?
I forget where you're at, Albert Billy. Where are you at? Knee-deep snow. I mean, that's really what we should be having.
Well, she wouldn't stop until I let her go down there.
Oh, there's Coco. She loves the water. The water's dirty. You know that river bottoms are dirt, right? I mean, I'm just saying, like, the water's not that
If
dirty.
anything, it's more
Let me
naturally
zoom
devoid
in.
of any dirt.
Maybe carp. So that algae, that's under the water. So the water's clearer than you think. It's just river bottoms have dirt. Manitoulin Island, Lake Huron, Ontario, Canada. Wow, you're
Oh,
right. It's cold up there.
we used to live up high.
Yeah, we used to live in Michigan, so the water's not as dirty. No, I'm not near sewage spill. You know what? I laugh because I have a friend who's not so much of a friend. This is a natural waterway,
It's snow
and
melt, guys.
well,
Snow
no,
melt
not
is
just that.
cold and
In
dirty.
Colorado, let me just give you a quick synopsis of what Colorado. So these trees only are in very moist area. Number one, most of the trees are pinyon pine and juniper. And this is the dirt here. And this is what's underneath the river. That kind of dirt is going to make cloudy water. Spring runoff, absolutely, because we're somewhere where there gets more water than we do up where we are. But when the water comes through these stream and riverbeds and agricultural ditches, there's a lot of times the ditches go dry. And when they go dry and the water comes in, the water picks up all of this. There's no black dirt here. Okay, you see how much, I can't even make nothing of it. I mean, this is the stuff that makes dust devils and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm from New York, Steve. I totally know what you mean. And me, myself, I mean, the Delaware River is pretty clear on most days. I mean, except for the runoff you're talking about. But I found out myself here in Colorado that this color doesn't mean quote unquote dirty. There's no smell to it. There's healthy algae. And by healthy algae, I'll show you. And it's been here all winter. So let me just find, there's a piece. Oy, oy, oy. So right down here, it's nice and green, healthy, it's growing. Clay. That's exactly what it is. A mixture of clay. And look, you can still see through the water. It's just that when I back it out, you know, yes, they do. Some people do wash their hair with clay. You're absolutely right. The indigenous found many ways to keep their bodies clean because, in fact, they were not savages at all. Not even a little bit. They did not go killing willy-nilly animals because herds went by. They took what they needed and they used every bit of it. And I could seriously say this society could use a little bit of that teaching because we have such a not just disposable, but um, I had a mate that's dad worked in the automotive field. This was back in the 80s and 90s, and they brought him in on a meeting where they were taking a part that was like, I guess, a stainless steel. Didn't have to be replaced, and then replaced it with something made of it's plastic, but all plastic basically comes from oil, right?
Yeah, it's Byproduct, I think.
Byproduct, yeah. Byproduct of oil. So that people would have to, and that was his question, like, why are we changing this part when if we change it, people are going to have to come get the part replaced? And when I told that story, I realized, like, it's not us, I'd say average people, not living high on the hog and not as poor as we could be. We're not the ones acting disposable. It's the corporations, companies, governments even, that act like if you don't do this, then you're not blah, 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 blah. When in fact, it's really opposite. Like we've all been lied to for many generations, not even years, generations.
You know, it's interesting you mention that because France has made, what's that called? Fuck, it's like a word like obsolescence, but that's not what it is. When you make a tool that breaks on purpose, so you have to go replace it. They made that illegal.
Oh, okay. So that same scenario in France wouldn't exist.
Yep.
But when you go down the dark rabbit hole of where manipulation comes from and why manipulation is happening, this plan that we seem to find ourselves in is thousands of years old, and it has nothing to do with people. I can't nail down what it has to do with or who's in the driver's seat, but I know it ain't an average person.
I think that's the thing is, the average person doesn't really want to control what every other single person in this world does. And if you do, then you're not an average person. You're fucking weird.
Yeah. Excuse me. 'Cause the average person is too busy living their life to try and tell other people how to live their own. And if they have that kind of time, I got a big question. Are they really living their life?
And people are mad about the wrong issues.
Mm-hmm.
No matter the blue tablecloth or red tablecloth when those children are being abused. Like, you're mad about the right thing.
It's like that idiot was supposed to be talking about service members that now have since passed because of a war that's not ours, and then stops to talk about the drapes, or how that big gaping hole in the White House is eventually gonna be something. It is something, a big gaping hole.
It's symbolism. I've never seen such blatant symbolism before. Again, like I say, this is like a fucking cartoon. How stupid this shit is. Like, are you kidding me? This man is destroying our institution of our government, literally destroying it, physically destroying it, putting a mark on it. Everyone's like, it's all right.
No, I think people accepted the system in place while there was checks and balances, or at least while they believed there was checks and balances. And now we find ourselves in a place where, number one, we're flummoxed in how this person got voted in not once but twice.
I can believe it once.
After everyone knew about this pedophile friend, and that this pedophile friend was a friend of his,
Come on.
and we're somehow now at the mercy of this
Old ass, senile,
doing the bidding for someone else.
Gravity's taking its toll, diaper wearing.
I'll give you two words. And the first clue is
Blood.
not and fake. What's opposite of not and fake?
Real?
Is real.
Is real.
I took you down a road, didn't I?
That's why I didn't do good in school, Ma. I can't get a riddle like that.
And of course, you even insinuate talking about those people. The algorithm is already set to shut you down.
All I'm saying is, a lot of people don't deserve to die for your cause
Yep.
or your people's cause. The world is big enough. We can find a way to live with each other out here. The point is, you just don't want to. You just don't want
Yes.
to.
Yes, it is Everbilly. Everbilly says it's the Trumpster ballroom slash data center slash subterranean secret still a hole in the building. Yes. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, those are the words that come out of his mouth is behind
There you
this
go.
drape or whatever is a big black hole, but it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And
As an American, and I'm saying this as someone that was raised around a whole bunch of other white people that just love the 4th of July. Okay?
yeah.
So I've been around these people. As an American, the most un-American shit you could possibly do is to bring some pompous, royal, rich bullshit into our fucking government. Are you kidding me? What
Yeah.
did we throw tea in the harbor for? To have a ballroom? No.
We threw tea in the harbor to have a giant tea time.
And it was
Because
delicious. There was
because
no sugar in it though.
yeah, no sugar. It was bitter as hell.
I'm just saying all
Must
the
be
stuff
Union
that
Day.
America
Oh,
claims to
actually,
stand for.
Everbilly, everybody who watched the destruction of the White House happen and heard the plan were literally beside ourselves because in this country, who half the country is in the northern sector, like snow, you don't start a project after July 4th. Not a project like that. I mean, that's something where, like, you get started really, really early in the year, which I get he couldn't do because he was freshly the president, but the whole point is he couldn't do it because he was freshly the president again, and people would be up in arms about that.
You shouldn't do it, regardless of being the president 2 years, 1 year, or a week.
So I can smoke.
You absolutely shouldn't frickin' look my dog. You shouldn't frickin' destroy something that stood there untouched. For
249
centuries.
years. 249 years since they started building that White
240
House.
fucking 9 years.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna, let's just throw a fucking ballroom on it. When do y'all do parties?
But listen, check this out,
Since
guys.
when?
Check this out. If you developed a plan
Get back there.
to retrieve something and the retrieval was done, the plan was complete, you would literally disassemble your work area and go home. Now think about it.
Okay.
Gold was found in South America in the 1300s.
That was a big fucking party.
They made a plan. They went home. They made a plan. They came in the back door. They got what they wanted. And now it seems like this sect of people just want to annihilate all the people they convinced to work for them. Sounds right, don't it? But all these people are invested in this country and in this land because their brethren, their ancestors from the European nation invested in all this. If we're all investing in a lie and we all want to be done with it, then we all have to admit that it's a lie and we have to be done with it in that sense. It's going to take us years still to generally rebuild, even if we do it in a positive and righteous way. Another one. It could take twice as long to redo it as it took to have it happen in the first place.
Something real simple needs to happen.
Yes,
Real
entrenched
simple.
interest. Yes, exactly.
Something real simple. Class consciousness. When people realize being rich or poor, you're all the same person, when that happens, we can fix this country. Until then, there's still like that video you showed me of a whole bunch of people in a bar hanging out while a protest is happening outside.
Yeah.
When that stops happening, we can do stuff. But we're still stuck in not having class consciousness.
Well, no, I think
en
that is
masse.
developing. I think social media is helping that develop. And the problem is, it doesn't go along with the
Well, I
plan.
think it's helping it develop and it's making it worse because bad
Well,
people
it's
use it
making,
to
of
do it.
course, it's making the other side worse, but the other side is no worse than we knew 20 years ago. They're still doing what
Can I
they
keep
do
this
to
stick?
children.
Because it's the perfect size.
Wow. They're still doing what they do to say people of a different language that don't know what you're saying. I mean, I know our own country is in my mind, guilty of convincing others to have an American dream, whether it's a legitimate immigrant or an illegal one. They're convincing others to have this thing called the American dream, but they're not telling them the truth about it.
That it's only exclusive to white, mid to above mid level rich Americans. That's only it's
Yeah,
available to.
but even above that, it's available to those who wear this round circular thing at the back of their head and their spouses wear a hair covering. Like,
Not Muslims.
not Muslims. No, those aren't Muslims.
I know, but I want to differentiate. Not Muslims, because I can clearly see who's the problem now, and it was never them. Sure, there might have been bad people. There's
Yes.
bad people and
No,
everything.
Albert Billy has a good point. The Western world has a high enough standard of living so most people are satisfied with their life. You're 100% right, and they know if they change their mind, if they see on the side, if they err on the side of caution, they would have to give up that comfort. And there's so many people not willing to give up the comfort. I had this discussion during the vid of Co. And I told the person I was having this conversation with, just watch. When people start getting uncomfortable, they'll start talking. And I swear, within weeks of me saying that, there were stories about people, I think in Michigan, that were like sitting at the Capitol building, pissed off because they can't get a hairdo in a salon or something along those lines. They made it a meme, guys. It was
Yeah.
that bad. They made it a meme. So even in that sense, we got a little eye hole. Like you look through the door, a little eye hole of what people actually are, which is you hit them in their comfort zone. They're gonna get mad you hit them in the comfort zone. They're not gonna get mad that their comfort zone is fake. Like they're laying on a bed of nails saying, "This is the best bed I've ever had in my life."
One thing that no one really learned during the market crash in the 2000s? No one really learned that maybe y'all should downsize a little bit.
Well, they were forced to downsize.
Well, forced to, but then they went back up to going back to where they were. And I'm like, you should find a way where you're comfortable. Yes, but if your comfortableness is over 40,000 square feet,
Yeah, that's not comfort. That's a castle, and you're
you
trying to
can't
be a
even buy
king.
enough stuff to fill that house. That's what I hate the
Well, that's
most.
my problem with it. Goes to her now. It's my problem with these stories that we've been told all these years. Don't do that because that will get stuck on a stick,
Coco,
and somebody's going in the water to get her.
get up here.
Um, Decades. I would say 20 years. After 20 years of a lie told, people start saying, "Huh,
Coco, come
that don't sound right."
Yeah, to the best.
here. Give it to mom.
And this has been going on, let's say, on the generous end of things, 5,000 years. That's how old their stupid story is. And by there, if you know Voy, you know it rhymes with Voy, and that's what we all are. I'm talking about that. And hell, I'd rather be that than them. And that's the thing. 55% of our population works to try to be a part of them. And they're never going to get there. They might get in the high 100,000s. They maybe even get into the millions. But you know where they're not going to get? With those people. Especially when we, as an average person, is not going to lower our standards or morale just to be a part of them. If you're willing to lower your standard morale to be a part of something, then you're not as set in yourself as you think you are. Because people who are set in themselves and are okay with not having things to have a standard and morale, they don't get upset about those things. like when I brought my kids out of the city, society, the easy living. We've had that. We've had electric and all that all of our lives. They didn't complain as much as I thought they would. Because by that, they understand it's this or that. It's either be in their system and bow down. Ow, ow, I'm getting
Stop
stabbed with
stabbing
a stick,
mommy.
Coco. It's either be in their system and sacrifice your standards or morals, or you figure a way not to. And when you say that you figure a way not to, these people in society, their brains break. I once told my mother, who, she's still alive. It'd be funny if she listened to this. Um, Mom, just get a 5-gallon bucket. Just pick up a packet of tomatoes that look good to you, and that's where it all begins. I don't know that she's still doing that, and that was a good 10 years ago. I stopped talking to her about,
It's more than 10.
yeah,
It's 11,
2000,
12 at least.
2009. There were bubbles
Oh,
coming up right there. Did you see that?
no, I was looking at you.
Right there.
2009?
Yeah, when we moved from that one house to the other house.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, woman. That was way more than 10 years.
We were all sick. Like we had just come down with something, because the kids were still in school. You know how that is. And we were moving, and I couldn't call my mother back or answer the phone when she wanted to. So she decided to be a bitch, and when I got a chance the following week, and she's in New York, I'm in Michigan. When I got a chance the following week, I called her, she wouldn't answer her phone. And I'm like, hell, I can't be sick and moving, but you can be petty? And that's this world. I was called a bad parent because I took my kids to a place where it was safe swimming for 5 years,
Coco.
and the system, not nature, like it's not like it rained and I should have known better. The system turned up the water, and of course we had been at this place for 5 years. We didn't know what that meant. That turning up the water almost killed me and Vincent. You know where we haven't been to? That place. But that person didn't want to hear that. She didn't give a shit that I was telling her a situation where I had already made a safety decision not to return to. But boy, she picked on, it looks good for a video, doesn't mean it's safe for the kids. You know what? I'm so over being judged by people in society, and those are the people who still fall for the stories that we're being told. So whether you're living in the country, if you're still falling for the crap that we're being told, you're of society. And if you can't give that shit up, you can't have one foot in both worlds. It's going to split you right up your arse. Hey! It will. Maybe that's why everybody got crack. Dogs got asses and they ain't got cracks. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're one of the few animals that have
A crack right up the arse.
There is no discernible reason. Scientifically, there is no. The one thing they have come out with that they think is true is that it generates smell when you have hair and ass cheeks. And apparently that was attractive at some point. That's their guess. So there is no legitimate reason to have ass cheeks.
Science saying 3 plus 3 equals 8 and says that's our best guess and wants us to build our life off of 3 plus 3 equals 8. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even bring a towel.
She's going to dry off while we're doing water. Go get it!
Look. Oh, now she was brave. Look at all those sticks. Oh my good. Coco. She's like, which one's mine? I'll take. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I'll take this weird one. Oh, you disturbed the algae. Damn.
You know?
Oh, dear Lord, what happened to you?
God damn it.
It's a cuteness break. And hey, did that feel good break? Was that fun, Coco?
Alright, we're going up. We're going upstream.
She didn't even jump. That was so anticlimactic.
No, look, she's like, oh my god, it's a walk.
So anticlimactic, that one.
There's a
This is the cleanest water we got anywhere near our house. And people think, no, no, no. No, that's got to be bad. Coco, come!
down here.
Come! Good girl. Go, come on.
Go, come on.
Come on. Come on. Good girl. You're such a good listener. See, a year ago, she would not have listened and we would have freaked out. What a good girl. Yes, you are. Does that feel good?
Sit. Sit. Hey, no.
No, wait. Let me zoom in on her. That's leaves, guys. That's not nasty. Coco, what'd you do? Oh gosh, that's funny.
Girl, it's better than your brother's. Yeah.
You know what? We've been living around nature for the last 9 years, like really around nature. No fences even on the land yet. Yeah. And I'll tell you what.
I rescued a bird this morning.
I'm less scared around nature. We have a mountain lion, literally, that will come on our property. Bobcat and lynx and coyotes. Haven't seen any wolf. Definitely bear.
And fox.
And fox. You know where we're not afraid? In nature. Like, of course we're careful. We're human beings, you know. We got the kind of skin that if you look at it, it'll rip.
We're loud singers, so we make a good.
Oh yeah, we're loud singers too, and we're loud talkers. Like nobody's had to say, "Hey, can you speak up?"
Hey,
Not to us.
Hey, I can't throw it to you.
In society, even when we go in society, there's sometimes so much noise. We just gotta like stop and look at each other. Like, what did you say?
Quick.
I can't. And there she goes. Nice. She jumped far enough where she knew she could land with her feet.
Where is it, stupid? It's right there. You got another one?
Oh my gosh, Everbilly had a bobcat on his porch one winter.
Aw.
Well, see, Coco is the smallest dog. And if you guys know my channel, her big brother Junior is the largest dog. So he's even larger than his parents. This is why we have these dogs and have litters. Because we need a decent pack. And a decent pack always has, you know, new critters at least every couple of years. I know, she looked at it and I know, she's so dumb. Because when Daisy went to town with Vince,
Go, come on.
that was when her brother Mark, who was about her size, come on, Coco, got taken by a mountain lion, a cougar, whatever the hell I don't want to get wet. Whatever you want to call them. It had a cat's head in its mouth. Oh my dear Lord. A cat head. The bobcat had a cat head. Like a house cat? Holy crap. I know it took our dog, but we didn't have to see it. You know, we heard sorry about that.
I never hear stories of bobcats and house cats fighting here. Here, they just make babies together. I know several friends with half house cat, half bobcat babies.
And also people who have coy wolves or a coy dog. No, it's not called a coy wolf when it's a coyote and a domesticated dog.
I guess coy dog. I don't know.
I would say a coy dog. There are those here. And that, you know, when it went around, I don't know how long ago, would you rather be caught in the woods with a bear or a man? And my friends asked me that, and I'm like, bear any day of the week. And they're laughing. And I'm thinking in my brain, you know, I'm happy you guys have never been victimized, but it shows you guys have never been victimized. Okay, I'm on here.
Stop it.
Don't throw no more because you're going to keep yelling, okay? That's the thing is people who've never been victimized really cannot wrap their heads around it. So they don't adjust. They don't have empathy or compassion. They have something called sympathy. And that's the wrong thing to have. Who you're talking to when you hear the story is the survivor, not the victim. And
Well,
they are too. And when you get victimized, you're the victim. And when you move on in life, you're the survivor.
and
So they're two different things. And whether it's a car accident or,
well, the thing about
Stein at Yahoo netting
two,
umptre scenario
two things about sympathy. One, it's in between shit. And
and syphilis.
two, sympathy is a selfish emotion that refers to the self.
Not to the person that you're trying to give
So
it to.
it's a comparison emotion. Like if you were in a car crash and you're talking to someone who was also in a car crash, you'd be like, oh, you're very sympathetic for that person because you know what they've been through. That's what sympathy is. You can't be
Exactly.
sympathetic if you don't know what they've been through. And every
Exactly.
single time people try to use that emotion with this and they've not been through something similar, you could tell every time.
Yep.
Because you don't know what they've been through. So you think that what they've been through is lesser of a big deal than what it is.
And why can't we create the term I don't know what you've been through, but you know what I'm saying? Like
That's what empathy is for. Empathy
but
is feeling the other person's emotion.
exactly. I've had something similar happen. Like that's such a popular phrase to, hey, I got conned by this one company, and people all the time are like, yo, I had something similar happen, but they won't say that in any other area of life, and I'm like,
When it comes to survivors and stuff, it's really easy because that's really awful. I'm so sorry that you were through that.
yep,
That's horrible.
yeah,
And I wish you all the best. That's all it takes. It takes all them words. It don't take nothing less. It don't take nothing more.
exactly.
People like to add extra words onto that shit. For what reason, I don't know.
Me
They just
neither.
like it.
Or they compare. So I've had a lot of trouble in my life, not because of how I walk in life, but how my walk affects others. And this is how my walk affects others. Oh, by the way, let me tell you this before I get started. Billy said, yeah, a long haired ginger mom cat. Looks like it has a bit of bobcat in it. So that's what the bobcat ate. That's terrible. There
I
must
would
have been
never
a.
want to
Hey,
live up
they're
in
in
Canada.
Canada. That
Hell
bobcat could be
no.
so hungry.
That bobcat's probably huge, Mom. The bobcats we have here can make babies with house cats.
Oh,
That
true.
bobcat thinks it's
True.
food.
Yeah, the bobcats here are just a little bit bigger than Coco here.
Yeah, you think that in the Rocky Mountains things would be amplified? No, they're kind of just the same,
Well,
just
some are
annoying.
amplified, like elk and moose. You know what I'm saying?
And coyote
And bears.
birds. There's a whole fuck ton of them here.
Coyotes look like beautiful German shepherds here.
They do.
Anywho, what was it? Oh, okay, this is what I was saying. So after leaving my, I'll say, area of victimization, I decided that those people didn't want me to have a voice, so I decided to have a voice. Those people didn't want me to walk tall, so I decided to walk tall. Those people wanted me to be a drug addict, so I decided, hey, let's not touch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Those people decided that I had already failed in life, and I wasn't even grown up yet. So I put my shoulders back because I'm a New Yorker, and that's what they taught me. And I just walked through life. I made my decisions. I did not define myself by the society in which I lived in. And if I felt like I made a mistake, I went backwards and then made a different decision. Because you can do that, you know? It's like people who are on, like, I shouldn't be alive. Half of the people who got lost could have simply just stopped and turned around. And we don't do that here in this world. We just power on through. Why the hell not? Well, why the hell not is because now we find ourselves, um, yeah. Did you just lose the leash?
Apparently so.
Ah, you bad girl.
Grab it.
So when you walk that way in life, I don't know, some could think it's offensive, especially when they're pansies. Over here, Coco.
Down there now.
Coco. Okay.
Coco, come.
She's a dog. She's closer to nature than we are. All she did was position herself so she could hop up sideways.
Good girl.
That was great.
I'm proud you're not running.
So, walking that way in life, being proud that I survived, being proud to make my own decisions, you know, all those things. Um, right there's the leash. Nitty, you can look at it.
Where?
Right there by that one green thing.
Oh, I see it.
Other people, including some family, felt that now I was in competition with them. I'm not in competition with anybody but myself, really. I better be better than I was yesterday, so to speak.
Okay.
When I wanted to see a change in the world, it was me, except my cursing. My cursing is not the greatest change in the world that I've made because all my kids curse. So I'm just saying. And it's language. You teach them how to use language, they won't curse in inappropriate times, like, you know, in a church, in the middle of the grocery store. Sometimes we do. I mean, if somebody wants to piss me off in a grocery store, fuck around and find out. But I am not. Oh, look at her. Look, I want to watch. Let's see her get it, guys. I'm not. At least you can see it now. And yeah, just turn it sideways and clip that hoop.
If claw machines weren't rigged, I would be very good at them.
How about coming down here or breaking some of the branch off so it's lighter? We'll come back to that little thing. I literally am not in competition with anyone. I'm not in front of anyone's judge, jury, and executioner. If I want an opinion about my life, I would ask for one. And if I don't ask for one, even if you have one, you keep it to yourself. Seriously, we don't need to go around this world giving everybody our opinion.
See, that's the thing about me and Dad is we have good timing in the moment when it comes to saying shit like that. I would have told her, I didn't ask if you thought it was a good spot for a video or not. I never said it was a good spot for a video or not. I don't really care what your opinion about it is. So we're gonna move the fuck on.
No, yeah, meet them where they're at. And the audacity of someone like that saying that to someone like me. And you know what? If that's the bank she wants to let our friendship rest on, then so be it. But until I can talk about other people's parenting, which I really don't care to do. Hi, Kismet, how you doing? Much love, girl. I don't care to talk about other people's parenting because at one point or another, we all get it wrong. Wouldn't you say, daughter of mine?
No!
Say yes. Yeah. We all get it wrong. There's no reason that any of us walk around this earth like, I guarantee you we were here before. Oh, she did it. Did you see that, guys? She fished it right out of the water without getting wet.
I'm not just a
I'm
genius.
so proud of you.
I'm a mega mind. Hey.
Oh, well, absolutely, Kismet. We do something. But what I'm talking about is when we do something, somehow that erupts into being in competition with someone. I'm not in competition with anybody. If someone can get to the goal line first, I'm clapping while I'm sitting down and smoking a cigarette and resting because damn, these things are hard. Stop acting like life's not hard. I mean, if you live in society, fine. They got a blueprint laid out for you. Shut the fuck up and do it. And that's my opinion. I had a one girlfriend like 30 years ago be like, I need to ask you something. And I'm like, okay. She's like, but I want your opinion. I'm like, well, my opinion kind of matters on like what's important to you. Like, do you want the opinion with like how it seems in society? Do you want the opinion like how it would seem, you know, like you're Catholic? Or like, do you not care? And she's like, well, I am Catholic. So I was like, all right. And she tells me about a scenario that she knew prior to marriage, but thought she could, now watch what she does. She could, no, she got to move, watch. Oh, she got smart. There she goes.
Coco.
It was something she thought was a fad and would change as the marriage went on. And she wanted a second child, and the spouse was saying no, and she's basically saying either a second child or you do away with this fad you have. And I love her dearly, but I was like, ugh. If you're going by Catholicism, first of all, they don't like divorce anyway, so that's like a moot point. But Christianity say, if you knew it before, or even contracts, if you knew it ahead of time and did it anyway, you can't complain afterwards. It's like my phrase: if you want to dance with the devil, don't complain about the song because you're choosing to do the dance. So shut up about the song, kind of scenario. And you know what? 9 months later, she had a baby. Baby had pyloric stenosis. Saddest thing I ever seen in my entire life. Me and my other girlfriend kind of stopped our life, went, cleaned her house for her. We were basically on call for when this baby was to get surgery, like at 2 weeks old. Like, really serious situation. Um, she sat down with me in a new house because they had just moved into a new house. And she's like, why did my baby have this? And I could have said all the scientific things, but she didn't care about that. She cared about why me? Why me, Lord? Why me? Shaggy song the beat can't come to mind, but those are the words. And I'm like, I don't even want to, I actually said, I don't want to answer this question because I respect whatever your morals and standards are. You say it's by the Catholic Church, so, that dictates certain things. So, I really don't want to answer the question. As your friend, I love you. I don't want to hurt your feelings. And she's like, say it, say it, say it. And I'm like, you brought this scenario to me 9, 10 months ago. And I gave you a very honest, half my opinion, half just using the standard of your own practices. And now a catastrophe has happened. And you're asking why catastrophes happen. And I'm like, girl, do you not see? Eventually I said the truth, but I didn't want to. We were still friends because I told her this is not me. This is a standard of a religion that you practice, not me. Anywho, if we all stuck by our own standard and moral, we wouldn't need a religion to do it for us. As a matter of fact, if we use the Bible for the people who enjoy the Bible out there, it says that the people who are ungoverned and live by the laws and weren't told the laws, these people don't need to be governed. So what basically in the Bible it's saying is, hey, you idiots in Europe, you all need to be governed. And these people over here that are governing themselves, they're cool. But that's not how people want to read it. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'm going to read Kismet's comment. Girl, I found out yesterday I'm a grandma for a couple months now. Kids have gravitated to the money and fake bullshit. I'm with Deadpool on family issue, another F word. I'm 100% on family issue, another F word. In my mind, my mother poisoned my oldest daughter's mind, against me. And there's nothing I can do to fight against it. And I'm not going to go over and fight an old biddy that's already making her own karma. You want my hand? You want my hand? Oh, okay. So, ow. It is what it is. I hate it. But family? I'm teaching these guys what real family means. Like, it doesn't matter if we like what we got to do every day, but if family really means family to you, then you not only sign up for it, but you look forward to that stuff. We're not in society, so it's not like we got a mixed family with a job or something like that. So now I get the chance to teach my kids that real family is painting and smiling in the morning when it's coffee time, even though you haven't slept a wink. And it would be like a good morning, and we would all know what was wrong, but the smile would be there, which means the intention's there, which means everything's okay. Nobody has to take what the tired person says,
So
like,
suspicious.
in a sensitive way. You know what I'm saying? That's real family living and having forgiveness when, you know, he or she has their period. Because let's not get it wrong, man. Y'all got a monthly, you know. Just saying. I'm just saying. Just throwing some shit out there. Yep, same here. My oldest and now the youngest pulling their bullshit too, looking up to Big Bro and wanting that money. So I'm gonna do me, and they can kick rocks. Yep, 100%. Because there's nothing we can do about it. Oldest was pissed. I said no to Jukebox Hero Dream. His dad and my mother coddled his nonsense, making me a bad guy for actually parenting and protecting my babies. 100%. Shoot, my mother had my oldest daughter. She was only like 2, maybe 3. Was supposed to have her home by like 3 or something in the afternoon, so we could go on about our day. It was just a visit. By 4, I was calling around like, "Where's my daughter? Where's my mother?" And back then, there were no cell phones. All you had was to call around. And they showed up at 5. And my mother gets out. I'm already pulling my daughter out. And she's like, "What's your problem?" Because that's her fucking nicest way to say what's wrong with you, or did I do something, or anything. It's what's your problem. What I really want to say is bitch, but I didn't do it. I'm like, she ain't your child to be making these decisions with. And you don't have the right to make those decisions. And really, living in a natural way, closer to nature, closer to real family, that would even, that would be a nonverbal conversation. You gonna have the kid? Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be back till I'm back. I got the kid. Okay. Whatever it is, there's no telling people what they want to hear or being in competition with them. Shit. I could punch my mother in the face for poisoning my daughter's mind against me. But you know what? Number one, it's not worth the damage to my hand. But number 2, um, poor Coco. Let it go, girl. Let it go, girl. It wasn't her place to say or do or nothing. Pretty girls trying to convince um, what they deem as less than pretty girls, like into hazing rituals in college and sports teams. Same for the boys. Don't get me wrong, they ain't getting away with stuff in this conversation. Everybody guilty until you do something that changes your life, that you are not susceptible to this mass mind bull crap. Hold on, I just noticed this real quick. Um, had to fight my own mother for guardianship as a young, naive 18-year-old. I was convinced to sign rights over so he would have health insurance. At age 5, my dad helped me fight her in court. Yeah, skip that nonsense. Yeah, I could too, but I'd rather her die surrounded by the plastic dream she built. Her flying monkeys can comfort her. Oh, 100%. Oh, I got it, girl. Your son was age 5, yes. If I were over there, she probably would have done it. But I decided not long after leaving New York, less than 5 years, that I didn't want my eldest going over there and my youngest too. They wouldn't know my mother if she walked right up to them. Because I finally understood that I personally can set my own standard. I don't have to develop my standard on my family or society, CPS workers, teachers, landlords, all these type of people who think they have a step up over anyone else, think they can tell you. Hell, my daughter got a ticket in Michigan and she tried to take care of it for over a year, but in the county and area I was in, they would hold a ticket for 364 days, no matter if you want to pay it or not. And so she tried. She even told them, "I'm moving out of state. Come on, man, let me take care of this ticket." They just wouldn't do it. And lo and behold, about 6 weeks, 8 weeks after my daughter moves, this bail bondsman comes, knock a knock knock knock. Um, Hi, you Gwen blah blah blah's mom. That's not her name now, but still. Um, yeah, and he's like, you got her address, and I laughed right in his face. I'm like, look at you trying to make me do your job for you. I don't think so. I have under no legal obligation to you, or do I have the legal permission to do so at all? So, by the way, I got some other legal questions. Can you answer them for me? Dude, this guy left my house so mad. He almost peeled rubber. It was so funny. What? Ooh, man, all you had to do is allude to East Coast attitude.
I just made her jump off the waterfall.
Oh, man, it was really going to suck that your kid's going to find out the hard way. My eldest already found out the hard way, but it doesn't dissuade all those thoughts that were placed in her head, you know. Without talking to me and letting me defend myself, she's going to keep having them. Um, Damn. But you know what? Not every state has grandparent rights. And I could fight for my grandparent rights, but that would just be me pushing my will upon someone else, not respecting the situation. Sometimes that's needed. But between you and I, mothers that couldn't mother right shouldn't have the right to fight for children of the children they couldn't mother right in the first frickin' place. Like, get out of here with that shit. It's one thing if there was such a situation that requires, but your ass better be backed up by other family members because I don't trust no parent that didn't protect a parent from shit. And I don't mean water that looks dusty. My mother's still on earth. And you know what? I will not. I'll let anybody go have words with that bitch. My cousin already did. My cousin called her out. Why did you leave your kids in that situation? And my mother said, as far as I'm concerned, she asked for it. Not her two sons. She didn't say they. She said she. And that was the beginning of the end of our relationship because I kept trying to remind myself. My mother is not aware. My mother is not brave. My mother is not strong. My mother is not a lot of things. And even trying to remind myself and accept my mother for who she was because she did mother me, you know what? None of that mattered. And every time I see something online, like, if you have a mom, blah, 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 I want to, like, go on a live, like, yo, to you who said that. I can give you my mom's address and phone number, but you won't be pleased. But I'll be waiting for you to come back and tell me I should kiss her ass. Because she's a mom. No, there's mothers and then there's a mom. What's Coco doing? All right, well, just meet her at the car. Don't chase her. Here. Hold on, guys. I got to... Here. Well, that's my point. Here, look. Oh, that was close. I almost caught it. Got it stuck in a tree. Sort of funny, but not really. You know what? I call it as I see it now. I'm just beating around the bushes bullshit. Let's watch out for people's feelings who couldn't give us the time of day. Or listen to their side even though they're creating hell in our life. There ain't no side when you're affecting other people. So you're either doing good or doing bad. There ain't no goddamn in between. I like how people now are justifying Christians, justifying the death of people in a land they ain't never been to, they ain't never researched, they ain't even never tried to understand people of a different land. I don't expect them to. They're descendants of colonizers, so I completely understand where they're coming from. I don't have to like it, and I don't have to accept it.
This is honestly a good shooting spot.
I responded, God don't make deals with the other team, and you self-published liar. Hubby told her not to contact anymore. Wow. You and me's mother should be in the same fucking boat, huh?
My legs are tired.
Yeah, we make it. Fuck. Exactly. Most of us, if we were classified under today's standards, most of us from, I don't know if it began before the 70s, I was born in the 70s, and it didn't last much past, I would say when Epstein started, um, other things stopped. Like it gave it an avenue, these perverts an avenue, at least the rich ones. But they didn't prosecute shit. They stood up for the perpetrators. They're calling children young women or young ladies. It creeped me out when I was a kid, but I couldn't figure out why. I figured out why, guys. Because that's them trying to tell their mind, it's young ladies, you can do what you want. Young women. All I know is if people don't start taking control of their lives and they're writing mindless. I'm not saying writing a check to the electric company's bad. I'm saying mindlessly writing checks to not think about the resources you use or the life that you're living and you just want that brouhaha of the American dream. We're two different type of people here. I've heard of women like that, Kismet. I've heard of it. And you fought it. I'm so proud of you. There's so many women, and here this one goes out to the women that sell our babies, that sell out each other, that kill each other out of greed, jealousy, envy, competitiveness. Y'all drank the motherfucking Kool-Aid. And shit ain't gonna change in your life until you throw that shit up and learn a different way. I had to throw my shit up and learn a different way or I'd be an abuser. So don't give me no fucking bullshit. I can't as I won't. Your comfort level's to the point where you allow abuse to happen around you. You are part of the fucking problem. Well, we can't choose the sex of our babies, but man, it would be really cool if we fucking buckled down and not let this young child believe that this is a safe world to live in. Because when women have to do things like carry their keys in their hands, I don't think men know what that means. You know, some of them. But you put the key up here like this, so if someone tries to grab you, you can stab them. And you know, women got to do that, guys. Carry flashlights, carry tasers, some carry a gun. Always walk and park under the lamp light no matter where you're parking. Dress down so as to not attract attention. And this is average women. This is not women like me or Kismet who's been through, you know, the ringer and really don't want any male attention. But yeah, we got to do that just to not get male attention. So what else do we have to do to not get their aggression? And their ability to define love to us. I didn't know love. I taught it to myself. I didn't know love till I had all three of my children. Yes, exactly. just like my child's mind, not up for my mother to willy nilly just do whatever she wants with. These are not anybody else's children to make decisions about. I've seen some horrible stories.
You've lived a horrible
I
story.
know about people stealing people's babies
Oh,
upon
yeah.
birth.
Yeah.
I heard a story about scientists purposely separating twins. And man, some of these stories are atrocious what these poor children have gone through for the sake of someone else's sixth sense to need something they don't have the right. It's not their right. Our body isn't their right to play with. And no, I don't believe for a second that God came down here and said, hey, fuck with it what you will. All is good. I'm gonna tell you, there ain't no on high person in my life that would give a a, a red check of approval for that shit. Not that blues don't check that approval too, because they sure fucking have. Yes, I'm on mine unveiled. Yeah, that's where I learned. I learn a lot of stuff just by listening to other people, not just talk. But, outside of our Chatty Cathy channels, um, they also do the research because research is disappearing. Like the 65,000 files that just disappeared, in DC, Steen of Ep and Yahoo of Nutting and Ump of Truh. All those people, 65,000 missing. Add that to all the millions that have never been released. If you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing. And you have no one to have competition with, then you walk through your life smoothly. Oh, code names. Listen, code
So the
names.
first one, matzo ball.
Oh, good one. The first one's a matzo ball.
Second one is corn.
Corn. Matzo ball and corn. That even sounds disgusting in the
It'll
fruits
fuck up
in
your
the food
stomach. That's
sense.
what they
Yeah,
do.
for real. Matzo ball and corn. Oh, good. Thank you for the link. Yeah, I would like to hear other people saying, kind of finishing my sentences because I can't think of it all. I'm living off grid. It requires a lot of work, a lot of brain power, a lot of control. Like this is their joyful time. Being in here is a simple job, you know. Don't have to have. We did all that mind power before we left the property, so to speak. But if you leave it up to in someone else's hands, you can't control what them hands do. So all those people that are leaving their destiny up to people making decisions on war with the country, in the moment we weren't at war with. Whatever skirmish we had with them last year ended last year, months ago, and they did nothing to deserve what is currently happening because he's kneeling in front of his friend Banny Boy.
Magic.
Yeah, this stuff tends to make me angry. And I tend to watch it when I'm buzzed so that I can absorb without absorbing, if you know what I mean. I can learn without absorbing it. Coco, that's enough.
I just rage baited
She
herself.
just rage baited her own dog.
She really is mad.
Nice making bread. Yummy.
I want none.
They thought I was nutty moving here to Colorado. You know what my one cousin asked me? How do you guys take a shower? I'm like, I'm in the country, not a cave, you idiot. And even there's a lot of caves that got some real nice water in them. But anyway, what are you kidding me? Are you that ignorant? That sold on society?
I better get some really nice looking hamstrings after this shit. I'm telling
Yeah, well, we know who the puppet master is now, don't we? It
you.
rhyme,
Metallica.
huh?
Metallica.
No, that was a great song, but no. No, they sing some great songs, I mean. Um, no, we now know who the puppet master is. We now know it's tied to the very book that people have been using their whole life to dictate what is good and what is bad. So many of them tried to tell us. Hell, I just come across poor little Shirley Temple. So her mother's like going into some other agent's office, some Hollywood shit, and sends her 12-year-old into this other guy's office, supposed to be an agent, you know, selling your child for Hollywood shit. And when Shirley Temple walked in that room, that dude dropped drawers and let his wanker out. And she was 12. And of course, she ran out crying. At that point, whether they were being aggressive about this situation or not, we don't know the truth of. But at that point in her life of a 12-year-old, she just ran and I don't know. She told her mother. What did she? Do you remember what her mother said to her?
Who?
Shirley Temple.
Uh, something like not as bad as what happened to me.
Oh yeah, she said something to Shirley Temple like, "Well, that's not as bad as what happened to me."
Some guy hit on her.
Wait, what? She does tell in a different way. Yeah, I know. My name's not Shirley Temple. I'm definitely not an actress. Hell, I can't fake a smile when I need to. But yeah, I mean that's bordering on 75 years, and we can let our imagination swing that the less film and camera was available, really, the more this stuff happens. Not the less, the more. Like I said, Epstein just kind of like consolidated it all amongst politicians, some Hollywood.
Like the back door to a really, really, really big house.
Yeah, Epstein was the back door to a really, really big house, 100%. And all these people fell for it because the front door looked so pretty and so promising. And no matter how you tell the story, it's absolutely disgusting. And these things have been allowed to happen. There's so many people that don't live in Hollywood. 100% get it. But there's so many people who made the food, did the laundry, cleaned the house, provided supplies. All these people are as guilty as the guilty people they're serving. And until any of them disregard a non-disclosure agreement, because a non-disclosure agreement really is only held up if a crime is not being committed. Actually, that may not be true in 2026 since Rumpity Dumpity is seemingly changing the rules every other day. But that's the way it used to be.
Ma, Mom, a semi truck full of water tanks just went that way.
Oh, did you give them our address?
Look.
Yeah, there's that little early spring butterfly. No, they don't have to be rich. My father was a poor ass criminal, guilty of burglary and shit like that. I'm saying that because these things were allowed to happen and people knew about it, even though the rest of the people didn't, it made it somewhat of a socially acceptable scenario. So much so that when LGBTQ came in these last decade, these pedos wanted to be wanted people to consider that they are part of that group. Now, luckily, 99% of them were like screw off pedo. Yeah, parents know. Well, the parent did it for me, and the other parent, whether she would like to admit it or not, knew. And so did my aunts and uncles. And there's some female cousins that absolutely knew. So he was a little serial pedo in our life. You know what, Kismet? I was on a New Jersey Transit bus. My father made me go to New York City near 42nd Street, 1983, 84. And as the bullshit about Epstein and Trump come out, and I'm putting together all these people who are in New York at the same time. So just to list off, it was Epstein was there, Trump was there, J.D. Vance was there, Elon Musk was there, Ghislaine
I
Maxwell
love
was
that.
there, and I'm assuming because he wasn't dead yet, maybe her dad Maxwell, I forget his first name,
Robert.
huh?
Robert.
Robert Maxwell was also there. So that's a real conglomeration of people, coinkadinkly. You know what I mean? And here I am, about 13 or 14, hiding in the back of a New Jersey Transit bus, parked near the railroad tracks by 42nd Street, and I'm listening to, adding all this information together. Like, I'm kind of glad my father was poor, because if he was rich, he probably could have been hobnobbing with these same scumbags in the same time period. Little creepy realization, like it doesn't bother me in that sense, but ew.
Well, the
7
70s.
degrees of separation is what they say, you know?
The 70s and early 80s is the time when a lot of children were kidnapped, killed, yada yada. It was a bad time to be a child, I'll tell you that much. Might have been a good time to be an adult and do drugs and go to the disco, but your child you got fueled by that, suffering.
Right.
Suffering.
Yeah, pedos don't get away with it because nobody saw anything. For some, it's charisma. For some, it's money. For some, it's power. For some, it's fame. But they found a way to hide it, and they're hiding it for a reason. So all the people in the world who don't want to believe it, they don't hide things for no good reason. They absolutely hide things because there's something to hide. And people who live legitimate lives literally have nothing to hide.
That's kind of funny, the thought too. This good person is hiding stuff just because. Just because. There's no reason. They're just hiding it because.
Yeah,
That's like some stupid daytime TV shit.
yeah. Like soap opera. But hell, we fell for those too, didn't we?
Hey, telenovelas entertaining. You gotta give the Mexicans some.
Actually, they're trying to say that some pictures of the Epstein file really do mimic John Bonet. And we did that story as a class project in one of my criminal justice college classes. And just saying, I put myself in college to learn because my parents didn't teach me, not because I fell for it, okay? But anywho, I was taking a criminal justice class and John Bonet's case had come up. And there were too many questions for us that we came up with on our own. Where's Bud?
Something right there. I can see
Okay. That we came up with on our own, and wondering why the investigators never answered said question.
You can tell me the dad didn't do that shit.
We don't know who. There was an older brother. There's an older brother. There was the dad. The way that she was found was suspicious. All of it. There was not one part of the case that's not suspicious.
I'll give
So
you
for
proof after I get that.
these pictures to come out that have just a spooky resemblance.
But if so,
Yep, it had
the
to be.
body that they found wasn't John Benet Ramsey. Because she was only gone for what, like
Well,
a day?
we can also say that body that they brought out was not Epstein either. We can also say that woman that was depositioning when the Yahoo of netting was here, also not her.
They're not convincing copies either.
They're not convincing copies, so at this point they don't even care if their stuff is in the open. You can bring her up and I'll hold her.
Oh.
So if they're not giving the story enough to be convincing, they're not trying to convince us of the story. They're just trying to keep us so they can keep doing whatever it is they want to do. Look at that hole. Your ankles. Watch that hole right there. Are they? Where? No, that looks like a dust devil. Oh no, they're dragging it or something. I see a vehicle. Here, give me her. I'll walk her around, get her to dry off some. Come on.
Tell me what you think, son.
So it might get a little loud. I gotta bring this girl for a walk before we take her on a drive home. She jumped away from that hole. Did you see that? So, I said all that to say, don't be afraid to live without society defining you, without a nefarious family defining you. Some of these Hallmark, Lifetime, feel-good movies is about people leaving such situations like that. I don't know how many people would walk away from money. I would think occasionally there would be someone. I did. I could have sued right from out the gate. A doctor did a surgery on my neck. Didn't tell my mom to cover it. Popped open in the middle of the night. I live with a scar every day on my neck. And the nurse told me, since it's above the neck, it's the neck and above, so to speak, you could sue them because it mars how you look. The way she said it kind of creeped me out. Like, I don't even look in the mirror. So for me, looks it's something else somebody else judges because of the times that we're in, but it's not something that is you can monetize. You can't monetize your looks, and those who have paid a price. People who live with pretty privilege wind up having that privilege get them in such horrible situations because no, Coco, because privilege buys you, or prettiness buys you a lot, but it doesn't buy you everything. Just like money buys you a lot, but it doesn't buy you everything. Being out and even homesteading gives me a whole bunch of a lot. And I don't mean like stuff, I mean, like just giving to my life. That's a glass right there or something. It's still not everything. I want a nice bucket. I gotta make that. My life doesn't give that to me. Make me time to do so, but it doesn't give it to me. Yes, and I wouldn't even say naive. As we grow, if we have experiences like we do, it limits what we are able and capable of learning because our minds and our bodies are in a situation of survival, not learning or flourishing or thriving. And that's the one thing that I wouldn't let. All the experiences I've had, drunken husbands, shitty boyfriends, after the shit was cleaned up and the floor was wiped off, I went about life. I didn't stay stuck in those situations and allow them to define me or my happiness. And because I did that, even with the troubles I have with my oldest daughter, I still have the capability of being happy. What? You fell? Where'd you fall? Did you hurt yourself? Maybe we should put some Charmin on our bones before we come here. Or, don't let that one person see. She'll tell me I'm endangering your lives. Even though they're adults, guys. They're adults.
Yeah, I'm 22. I can endanger my own life.
Nydia, can you imagine having two Gemini parents? Gemini is a twin.
I already have one Capricorn.
She's like, I have one Capricorn. That's enough.
Already comes out. I don't need more.
I'm not sure. I believe we do, but I really don't know.
What?
Have sweetgrass growing here.
Probably,
but I don't know what it...
Nearby the river, but out where we are, there's mostly just native grasses.
Yeah, mostly just these native... this is just a little... We have red native grasses. I believe we have wild rice growing here. I believe we have some sweetgrass, but I think that's more more south, or like she said, more in a wet area.
God damn it. Oh,
She said it smells like vanilla.
oh, then that might definitely be down here by the river.
Yeah, because we smell a lot of sweet stuff here. What's that? Yeah, people are leaving stuff.
How heavy?
I found actually a full casing along
And
with
some
these.
White Claws and shit. So whoever did that, fuck you.
Yeah, come in here to the river to drink and shoot their guns off.
Why?
I get it, because there's nobody around.
I don't give a shit.
I don't either. We got a neighbor that shoots off like that. I'm going to shoot off at the mouth of that neighbor.
Fucking shooting ranges all over the fucking
You really shouldn't even open shoot anyway because of these grasses. They cause fires. This, I'll show you guys. Hold on. Let me find one. A good one. A tumbleweed for people who don't hear me. Here we go. I'll show you guys what a real tumbleweed is. So you can see it out here. So it grows, breaks off right here. Usually it all stays together. This is a small one. Usually it's big and bushy. And yeah, they blow all over the place here. You can see more in here. And they grow corn, so you see that too. See these? Look at these tumbleweeds. These are all tumbleweeds. I'll pull this one out. This one's a big, if I can. Look at the size of that one. Wow. And they're really nice green plants when they die, but they break off at the base. It doesn't end well. I can tell you after moving here to where the tumbleweeds live, and we don't have the worst. So I don't believe this would represent your dream, because there's big giant ones in New Mexico and Texas and west of us more. And we don't have a problem with them where we live. We barely get any.
They're just bad for your soil, so if you see them, rip them out.
Bad for your soil, so if you see them, rip them out. Yeah, you're right about that. But listen here, we got to get to going. We got to wrap up our water. So this is 14, 26. These probably each have what, 2-3 gallons? Wait, 14. What's this, 26? Oh, it is a fire. She's right. Check that out. They've been, it looks like, doing controlled burns. Yesterday or the day before, we saw like 10 of these bad boys all over the place. I'm trying to figure out where I'm looking so I can point to you for. Straight ahead. It's like right over here. Can't zoom in anymore, but maybe you can see it out there. Okay. Oklahoma and Kansas, she said, also has tumbleweeds. See, that's how much we don't know about it.
Of course, we're not from here.
Yeah, it could look like a pot plant if you did all the trimming I told you we need to do. It could very well. That's what some of ours look like when we're done trimming them, is what I'm saying. Anywho, we got to get this going. It was great chatting with everyone and seeing you here. Thanks for joining us. Successful trip to the river. Nobody fell, nobody got hurt. Coco have fun. And I have fun with you. So, yeah, when they did the Dust Bowl burn, they let the tumbleweed take over. Yeah, I'm familiar, bastards. Anywho, I'm going to get out of here and get my butt going. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the flip side when we do another live.